Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're on Q&A number 2. We did one last Sunday. Here's the second one. I got 7 questions this week, so we're just going to go through and answer them one by one. Little Bricks asked 2 questions. First of all, is there a theme that you gravitate to as you're searching for sets to part out? The answer to that is yes and no. There's no specific theme, but we do usually stay away from sets that don't include high minifig counts. So city sets usually aren't great unless they're really on sale. Primarily because the minifigs that are city, branded or city themed are not specific characters from, let's say, Harry Potter or Star Wars. If it's a Harry Potter or Star Wars themed minifig, it usually sells for more and it usually sells quicker. So we gravitate towards branded sets, but not specifically one brand, if that answers your question. Little Bricks also asked, do you sell the minifigs on BrickLink or do you try to get more for them on eBay or Instagram? First of all, I didn't know you could even sell Lego on Instagram, to be totally honest with you. And no, we don't sell on eBay, primarily being the fees on eBay are 10% in addition to the PayPal fees, and on BrickLink it's 3%. I guess that was not the biggest issue. The biggest kind of reason we don't is you have to manage 2 inventories at that point, or you have to manage 2 platforms where you're selling the same inventory. So if you're using BrickLink and BrickOwl, you can sync the 2 of them using a program called BrickPacker, or there's a few more out there. But there's nothing that syncs with eBay as far as I'm aware. So if you listed 2 minifigs or 1 minifig and it was on BrickLink and eBay, and it sells on eBay, I'm gonna have to manually go into BrickLink and delete it out of my inventory. So there's always that chance potentially they could sell on both platforms at the same time, or in the period of time before we're able to go delete it off of BrickLink or eBay. And in my opinion, it's just not worth the extra little bit of money you might get for the minifig. Maybe in the future we'll look into that, but as of now, no. Philip Butterfield asked, how long did the whole process take for allowing for videoing and talking, of course, and he's referring to my parting out video. The whole video took maybe an hour to an hour and 15 minutes or so to do, and that included talking to the camera and recording the screen of my computer and recording and moving and all that kind of stuff. And part of the reason it took an hour and 15 minutes was because we have to type in these drawer codes manually. So if that drawer is drawer D667, we would type in 0667 into the remarks field, as you could see in that video. But the difference is we have a barcode system. So this is drawer 607 and it has a barcode on the back. So what we do is we scan that barcode with a barcode scanner and then it automatically fills that field. Now, I will do a video on this eventually. I've been saying it for like a week and a half now. But maybe in the next couple weeks, I'll show you how we set that up and which barcode program we use and barcode scanner and all that fun stuff. But when you have to type in the actual remark into the field, it takes significantly longer. So had we were using a barcode scanner and not been filming it, I probably could have done those 5 sets, I think there were 5 sets, in probably a half an hour or so. Parting it out, uploading in the inventory, putting it on the wall, consolidating all the lots together. Probably about 30 minutes instead of an hour and 15. So to film it takes a lot longer. And then when you don't have a barcode scanner, it takes a lot more time as well. Minnesota Bricks Slayer asked, where do you get that bag organizer? He said, that's nifty. This is specifically what he's talking about. It holds all the bags. It holds your 1-inch bags, your 2 and 3-inch bags, your 4 by 3-inch bags. All the bags you can imagine is held in here. And I got that from the Container Store. So I'll put the link in the description to this specific unit. My girlfriend and I went into the Container Store and walked around for a long time. Initially, I wanted a little drawer organizer, and I'm glad we didn't go with that. They were a little more pricey, but also to have to pull out a drawer and then pull out a bag would have been a disaster. So this is actually perfect. It holds the 4 different kinds of bags we use, unless they're much larger bags, and I want to say it was like $6, probably $5.99 or so. Bama Bricks specifically asked, what dividers do you use? And these are the dividers we use. They're from Amazon. They're specifically made for Akro-Mils drawers, which kind of goes into Nicholas I think it's Chatneau. I'm sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. I think I am a little bit. But he asked, do these dividers have just work for your stack-ons, or will they work for all brands? The answer to that is, technically, you could probably glue it into any brand. But these specifically go into these stack-on drawers that we have, which are the Akro-Mils drawers. I'll put a link to these drawers in the description, as well as the dividers in the description. And when you insert a drawer into the divider, you push it down and it's nice and tight, and it doesn't move, and it's very, it's cut directly for these drawers. So they're designed specifically for these drawers, but technically I'm sure if the other drawer is a little bit bigger, you could probably put it in and maybe glue it in or fit it in. But I do recommend these Akro-Mils drawers. They're great. They stack So you can put 2 of them on top of each other, so if they're empty and you need to store them, they're fantastic like that. There's other drawers out there that have 3 dividers in them. There's Craftsman drawers you can get at Lowe's. They have 3 separate slots, except they don't stack as well. So you kind of have to pick what you'd prefer. But yes, these pretty much work only with these drawers unless you want to make them work with another one. And then the last question we got this week is ZBrick Store. He said, do you guys get any or use any spreadsheet to keep track of the numbers for your store, similar to Pop's Block Shops or Ralph's Bricks and Minifigs? The answer to that is yes, we use a spreadsheet, and we keep track of all our expenses, all of the inventory that's going out, all the sales, all the numbers, all the fun stuff like that. And eventually I will do a video on that as well. Just haven't got the time to kind of clean up the spreadsheet and stuff. It's kind of a mess right now. So, but eventually, yes, we'll do that. And yeah, I think the only way to do this as a business, as we're trying to do, is to keep track of the numbers. And, you know, if you're not keeping track of the numbers, you don't know if you're making money or if you're losing money. So yes, we have a spreadsheet, and I'll show you that soon. That's all the questions I have for this week. I appreciate you guys watching. If you watched the whole thing and you're here at the end still, thanks to everyone who's subscribed so far and who's commented and provided questions for these videos. I appreciate it, and I'm glad you guys are watching and are interested in what we're doing here. If you have any questions for next week, go ahead and leave them in the comments of this video or any other video, and hopefully I'll find it and I'll pull it for next week's questions. I think that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching, and check in for the next video tomorrow, where we'll go over the past month's sales in February for our sales. Yeah, have a good one.